All right, Thrive Nation, on today's show at 7:10 in the morning, on the day of my birth, I'm recording this show actually, I'm going to be discussing the deepest subject in the history of the world. No, actually I'm not. It's just that when you play deep music, it all of a sudden makes it seem as though what I'm saying is somehow more profound.
It's so good.
More incredible.
It's awesome.
More enlightening. Folks, what I'm going to talk about today is perceptions, and public relations. And why do people actually trust the media? You see, on today's edition of the Thrivetime show, I'm going to be interviewing Michael Levine. Michael Levine is the best-selling PR expert in the world. He's called the Michael Jordan of PR. And he's the founder, the inventor, the creator of what's called the Tiffany theory. Let me read it to you. Michael Levine says, actually, let me not read it to you, because if I read it to you and you don't know who he's represented, you won't care. So let me read it with a deep, kind of a deep announcer voice. Here we go. Throughout Michael Levine's historic career, he has represented 58 Academy Award winners, 34 Grammy Award winners, 43 New York Times best-selling authors, comedians George Carlin, Joan Rivers, Sam Kinison. One of my notes, I spelled his name wrong. Sam Kinison. Let me fix that. And Rodney Dangerfield. He's represented musicians, Michael Jackson, David Bowie, and Ray Charles. As I mentioned earlier, he's considered by most PR enthusiasts and experts as the Michael Jordan of entertainment PR. So who is Michael Levine? Okay. Michael Levine was born in 1956 as a dyslexic. He's become a dyslexic best-selling author. What? Yes, he was born in 1956 and has become a dyslexic best-selling author, a public relations expert who over time has become my friend. Michael Levine is the best-selling author of one of the most incredible PR books of all time, titled Guerrilla PR 2.0. This book forever changed the way that I view the press, the media, the news, branding, and public relations. Throughout Michael Levine's legendary career, despite being dyslexic, as I mentioned, he's become a best-selling author, an entrepreneur, a publicist, and he's worked with countless big-time celebrities. And his theory goes like this. He says, if you give someone a present, and if you give it to them in a Tiffany box, it's likely that they'll believe that the gift has a higher perceived value than if you gave it to them in no box or a box of less prestige. That's not because the receiver of the box is a fool, but instead because we live in a culture in which we gift wrap everything. Our politicians, our corporate heads, our movie and TV stars, and even our toilet paper. Public relations is like gift wrapping. Oh, I screwed that up. Public relations is like gift wrapping. Did that echo work for you? Okay. So now, how does public relations work? Well, okay, if you have a product or a service that you're trying to sell to humans on the planet, for whatever reason, most people will reject the product or service that you're pitching. What? Yes. When you are selling a product or service to your ideal and likely buyer, most buyers who have a sound mind simply will not believe you or the offer you're making. Why? Ask yourself. Why don't you believe most advertisements and product claims that are made during late-night infomercials and commercials?
Are you trying to tell me that the shake weight doesn't work?
However, for reasons that I cannot fathom, most people trust the media. They believe the news. Thus, for whatever reason, people choose to believe that you and your product is more credible. If the media celebrates your company, endorses your product, or praises the products and services you offer. So on today's show, Michael Levine's going to walk us through 6 key points of how public relations works. Point number 1, when you buy ads, many people will not believe you or the offer you're making. What? Point number 2, when you score a public relations win, it gives your advertising more credibility. When you get featured in the news, when it says, as seen on Forbes, for some reason people think I'm more credible because I was the entrepreneur of the year at the age of 20 for the Tulsa Chamber of Commerce. I'm more credible. For some reason, people think I'm more credible because I know Eric Trump. For some reason, people think I'm less credible because I know Eric Trump. You get the idea, though, right? Point number 3, if you have a good story or message, you're transparent and are authentic, if you can say words, if you are authentic, you can be effective. Point number 4, PR brings forth a kind of credibility that ads don't. Point number 5, how Michael Levine got started in the world of public relations. And point number 6, we break down Michael Levine's Tiffany theory. We break it down like fractions. We break it down. We break it down like a car that's got flat tires. We break it down like a smartphone that you just dropped into a toilet that was slightly cracked. We break it down like the Western civilization when you allow woke ideology to spread on college campuses. Folks, we break it down. Oh, yes. We break it down. We break it down like Miss Wilson was breaking down sentence structure to me in 2nd grade when she was teaching me how to diagram sentences. Yes, folks, we break it down. Folks, we break this show down like a 1989 Ford Escort when my transmission went out when I was in college. Folks, today's interview with Michael Levine. From me to your ear holes. Here we go. And we're still going. We're breaking down PR. But we don't care about the breakdowns because we have a AAA membership or a Gold Star member, which allows us to have unlimited towing. We can tow our vehicle and just get on with our lives. We can drive for another 30 miles and break it down again. Just call AAA again. And it's unlimited because we're a gold member. That's how we're going to break down PR. We're going to break it down, folks. Like...
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show. 3, 2, 1, boom!
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the conversation. It is a rare opportunity to interview the actual man behind what is known in the PR world as the Tiffany theory. If you don't know what the Tiffany theory is, the Tiffany theory... I'll go ahead and... Chup, can you read the notable quotable to describe... This is the notable quotable from Michael Levine, the most successful, arguably the most successful PR consultant in the history of the planet. He is a guy who's worked with 3 presidents. He's a guy who's worked with Nancy Kerrigan. He's worked with Cameron Diaz. He's worked with Pizza Hut. He's worked with Nike. And he wrote the Tiffany theory, which has totally changed the game for PR, and we had a chance to sit down with him and have him break it down for us.
Peel back that onion.
Peel back the onion. But read the notable quotable for us, my friend, before we hop into it.
Whenever I first heard this, years ago when I started working with you, this really connected with me. It makes so much sense, okay?
Yes.
So the Tiffany theory. If you give someone a present and you give it to them in a Tiffany box, it's likely that they'll believe the gift has a higher perceived value than if you give it to them in a box, in no box, or a box of less prestige. That's not because the receiver of the gift is a fool, but instead because we live in a culture in which we gift wrap everything. Our politicians, our corporate heads, our movies and TV stars, and even our toilet paper.
Yes.
Public relations is like gift wrapping.
So Michael Levine breaks down the Tiffany theory and how he got started in the world of PR.
Well, we have a kind of humorous way of discussing it in our industry, which is to say that advertising is what you pay for and PR is what you pray for. And what that means is that, if you take out an ad in Time or Newsweek or People or U.S. News and World Report or USA Today or the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times, you get a certain cost, and the ad has a certain believability by virtue of the fact that it's an ad. On the other hand, if you had a story in the Wall Street Journal or USA Today or the New York Times or the LA Times, its believability would be at a rate of at least 10 to 1. See? Because it would come with the imprimatur or the authority of the Wall Street Journal or USA Today. So I think that is what's underneath the idea that PR, advertising is what you pay for, PR is what you pray for. And today, the world is so cynical. People start with the assumption, they start with guilty until proven innocent, not innocent until proven guilty, right? And so when you educate your customers about the potential value of your product or service, and you do it through the media, you get a believability that is significantly greater than if you do it with, an advertisement. But if you have a good story, a good message, and you're transparent, you're authentic, and I think you can put forth a message that can be very effective. And with PR, you get it brings forth a kind of credibility that ads don't. What you say about yourself is not nearly as important as what is said about you by others.
How did you get started in the PR business? How did you get started?
All my life as a youth, I had two passions. I was interested in the entertainment industry, and I was interested in politics. So now I'm 17, scared and skinny, dyslexic, no money, no job, no education. I got to figure out what to do. And when you're 18, scared and skinny, I think you come to conclude what I came to conclude, which is Washington is Hollywood for ugly folks. And I come out here. See, I just look stupid, Clay. I just look stupid. I come out here where the pretty people are. And that's how the whole damn thing began.
So in a nutshell, now that you've kind of ascended to the point where you're known as one of the top publicists of all time, one of the top PR guys of all time, you came up with this thing called the Tiffany theory.
Right.
And the Tiffany theory, and this is from your book, Guerrilla PR 2.0, which, by the way, I bought about 35 copies of, so I probably made you $35.
I call that 35 decision to purchase 35 copies a good start.
Yeah, I absolutely love your book. But you say here,
Guerrilla PR is the most widely used introduction to PR in the world, and it's not because of its brilliance nearly to the degree of its accessibility, which is what you talk about.
Yeah, you really teach the concepts at a third grade level, which my mind can grasp. And you say here, I define what I do as gift wrapping. If you package a bracelet in a Tiffany box, it will have a higher perceived value than if presented in a Kmart box. Same bracelet, different perception. How does this story pertain to small business owners across the country? Let's say I own a plumbing business. How does this apply to me as a small business owner?
Okay, so let's take your question, which is a good one, and let's cut it into some pieces that are bite-sized and that we can think about. Okay, so first of all, I had a problem when I began my career in PR. May I tell you about that?
Absolutely.
First of all, I didn't know how to do PR, and second of all, I didn't know what it was. Other than that, I was in good shape. Right.
Yeah.
So I had to create for myself and for others an understanding of what PR was. And I said that PR is analogous to gift wrapping. Okay. And so if I come to visit you today, I come to visit your wife today, and I give her a gift, and I give it to her in a Tiffany box, in her mind, the gift would have a higher perceived value than if I gave it to her in no box or a box of less prestige. Now, the reason that's true is not because your wife is a jackass. It's true because she lives in a culture in which we gift wrap everything. So we gift wrap our politicians and our corporate heads and our movie and TV stars and even our toilet paper. I'm Michael Levine, and I thought I'd tell you this story. Maybe it'll be of some value to you. You know, about 25 years ago, our PR firm was running hot as hell, and we had 6 of the top 20 musical artists in America on the Billboard charts. No company even had 2, and here we are with 6. So we had the most number of successful artists in the country by far, but I still wanted to sign another musical artist who hadn't been on the charts for a while, but I loved and respected greatly. I wanted to sign the great Ray Charles. Ray Charles. I decided that even though I had all these big stars, I was going to go after Ray Charles, and I called him, and I ultimately did sign them. I did sign them. But I'd like to ask you, listening to this right now, to try to guess. Just close your eyes and try to guess how many times I called Ray Charles before I signed him. Are you gonna, all right, let's try to close our eyes, Here we go. Now, we'll do it multiple choice. Did I call him A, 10 times, B, 20 times, C, 30 times, D, 40 times, or E, more than 40 times? So now close your eyes. Now write down your answer. Write it down. Don't you cheat now. Write down your answer. I'm going to give you the correct answer in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Correct answer is 46 times. I called Ray Charles' office 46 times. And you want to hear something crazy? I didn't even need Ray Charles. Here I had all the other big music stars. But I think the story for some of you may have impact when you think about all the tenacity required to go after your big dreams. I'm not talking about little dreams, talking about big dreams. Anyway, I'm Michael Levine.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show. 3, 2, 1, boom!
All right, Thrive Nation, here we are back on a special edition podcast where we had an opportunity to sit down with the legendary PR guru, Michael Levine. This guy is the PR consultant of choice for President Bush, President Clinton, Michael Jackson, Prince, Pizza Hut, Nike, and he's talking about how to be broke in America. Chubb, is this exciting for you? Have you found yourself wanting to know how to become broke?
This is on the top of my to-do list. Is actually I need to figure out today how to become broke.
So it's kind of a topic that obviously is kind of sarcastic in nature.
Right.
But he's such a grinder. I think he just wants to lay out for the listeners out there, hey, do this and you will definitely lose, and do this and you'll be successful.
Well, he's an intense guy. You can tell when you're listening in. He's been there, and so it's good to listen in and pay attention to what he's saying.
I tell you what, Thrive Nation, you might want to put on a helmet when you listen to this interview, this exclusive interview with the Michael Levine.
If you want to prosper, right? If you want to, listen, here's the number one rule. If you want to be broke in America, I'm going to tell you how to do it.
Okay.
Right? Now, I know your
Tip for the bottom.
Okay. In case any of your audience is listening to us now and they're saying, gee, I want to know how to be broke. How do I be broke? I'm going to tell you how to be broke in America. Ready?
Yeah.
Here's the number one thing you got to do if you want to be broke in America. Ready?
Boom.
Think like a victim. That's what you got to do. If you think like a victim, I promise you, you're going to be broke in America. Now, people listening, discussing, arguing about ideas and our civilization, maybe you're talking even about income inequity, which is a very, that's 3 very serious problem. You say, wait, Mr. Levine, everything you're saying is kind of interesting, but you know this game you're talking about, this game here, this is a rigged game. I know, you're right. The game is not easy. The game is not fair. But with enough burning maniacal rage and focus, the game is winnable. The game isn't easy, the game isn't fair. And here's what you got to do. Don't sign up when you want to say, why isn't the game fair? Don't sign up for that class. What would victory look like? If it's successful, what would that be like? If it's unsuccessful, what would that be like? What would happen if this was out? Usually what happens with ideas, Clay, are one of three things usually happens with ideas.
Yep.
It's a strikeout, it's a single, or a home run.
Okay.
Right? If it's a home run, you don't need a plan. If it's a single, you better try to figure out how to steal second. If it's a strikeout, you better march your sorry ass into a room and figure out what the lessons are. Lessons learned the hard way.
So let's say there's a small business owner right now. I see this all the time. There's small business owners who are like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up with this great PR campaign. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We'll do this. You'll do this. He'll do that. She'll do this. And then you're saying if you add it all up, if we're successful, if it's just a single, it's probably not worth doing.
You better be a little resourceful or figure out how you're going to steal second.
But you're just saying look at the outcome of where it would take you if it was a success and see if that's worth your time.
My name is Josh Wilson. I'm the owner of Living Water Irrigation. So I've been working with Thrive since December of 2017. So the biggest changes we've seen as a company is, first of all, just systematically how we do things, how we present things. Our Google presence is phenomenal. Our website's 1,000,000 times better. And just the overall accountability and the process by which we're conducting ourselves. So our biggest win since working with Thrive is we literally, March was a record month for us. It was almost twice as much as our biggest month prior to that. In the last week or so, we've closed about $250,000 worth of business. We still have to go dig a bunch of ditches and get it done, but we signed about $250,000 worth of business with the relationships we built, the things that they've implemented through Victoria and Clay and everybody here at Thrive. So I would recommend Thrive to other business owners simply because they can point out where you're flawed and what you need to work on. You just have to be real and honest with yourself on what you need to improve upon. So that would be first and foremost. And the huge reason why I would do it, because it works. It actually, everything that they said when we came in for our initial meeting to today, absolutely positively has been accomplished.
Just how does an irrigation and sprinkler repair company increase in sales by over 450% in just 1 year? When according to Forbes, 9 out of 10 startups fail and 8 out of 10 existing businesses fail. How can one company grow by 450% in 1 year? Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it is now time for yet another edition of
Wins of the Week!
Doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working.
You can do it! We are joined by none other than my brother from another mother, Mr. Josh, the founder of Living Water Irrigation. Mr. Josh, welcome onto the show, my friend. How are you?
I am awesome, Clay. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm excited for the listeners to get to know more about you. Could you share the name of your company, a little bit more about what you guys do at Living Water Irrigation, where the name comes from?
Absolutely, positively. So Living Water Irrigation, the most important part of that to me is John 7:38. So it's mentioned in the gospel a number of times, we're the living water. But our specific scripture that we drew our name from is John 7:38. It says, "Whoever believes in me, rivers of living water will flow through him." We have a very distinct vision as a company on who we are and what we want to do. And I believe that I was put here to go make some money to give it away.
And I'm not going to ask you for the specific details of your career and how you started the business as far as a linear timeline, but how long has this particular business been around?
We've been around just 2 years, sir.
2 years. And you guys, we first met. How did we first meet?
I came in and y'all started coaching me over the Thrivetime, over Thrive 15.
And do you remember when that was approximately and how you first heard about us?
So it would have been October or November of 17.
October or November of 17.
Yes, sir.
And in terms of your growth as a company, how much have you grown this year?
So this year we're up 450% year over year.
So now that you're implementing this program, you're getting more calls, right? Are you getting more calls?
Absolutely.
Sales are going up. You're gathering reviews from your real customers, adding content to the website, adding a gallery of work.
So I'm going to actually take a minute and make you really uncomfortable, Clay.
Nice.
So when we started with y'all, it was awesome. We had a little company, just me and one dude and one little van.
Yeah.
And 17 was great. I ate more than ramen noodles, but not much more.
Right.
18 was really good. We started to implement the systems, got the boom book, went to a couple conferences, and said, okay, I'm going to buy in. I'm going to sell out. We went to the coaching, got coached by Marshall and Victoria, and started to implement, as opposed to just listen, to actually be doers. It's in James. It says don't just be hearers of the word, but be doers as well. And so we implemented scripts, we implemented systems, we implemented checklist, we implemented a pro forma for quoting, and all these things that you talk about.
Yeah.
And so just as a real person, and I'm real, I promise you, there's a bunch of Josh Wilsons out there.
Yeah.
Like I'm a famous baseball player and football player.
Oh, wow.
And a gospel singer.
Oh,
wow.
But this Josh Wilson just digs ditches for a living. But I just want to say thank you. Standing here for all the systems. I encourage everybody out there, go pick up Start Here. Go pick up the Boom Book. The stuff you hear on this show, it actually sincerely works. It's not just some nonsensical guy sitting in an awesome man cave who's bored, so he wants to record a show. And then from there, here's another super duper move for you. Schedule your day.
Oh, wait a second. That right there is a hot tip.
Holy cow!
Schedule your day.
So I was listening just a few months ago, and I was running all over the Tulsa metro area, from Glenpool to Owasso to Broken Arrow, back to Owasso, to Jinx, to Midtown. And I'm like, man, why am I getting nothing done?
Why am I getting nothing done?
Well, your issue is that you're running these places. You got to drive.
Why am I talking using a megaphone? Back to you.
Well, obviously, I wouldn't have this belly if I was running, Jonathan.
Okay.
So my wife says to me, hey, how was your day, honey? Oh, I worked all day. I did all these things. And I'm like, wait, I have nothing to show that I did anything. So super move number one, you've said it 17,000 times.
Yeah.
Whatever gets scheduled gets done. So now my day is scheduled.
Come on now.
So if it's not on my schedule,
Yep.
nope, doesn't happen.
Listen here. Here's a little secret. You can become successful. You have the tools needed to start and grow a successful company. But you've got to implement the best practice systems. You have to implement the proven systems, checklists, and processes that have been shown to work time and time again. And it is very hard for me to help you implement those systems if we don't get a chance to know you. So if you're out there today and you're saying, I feel stuck, I don't know what to do, I would encourage you to go to thrivetimeshow.com today and watch over 1,000. We have over 1,000 video testimonials from real people just like Josh. Watch those videos and build your faith. Believe that you can actually do this. And then do one of three things. One, you could schedule a one-on-one consultation with me by simply going to thrivetimeshow.com and scheduling that free 13-point assessment. Now, our team is going to vet you, make sure you're not psychologically impaired or your dream is not delusional. Now, move number two. You could book your attendance at our in-person Thrive Time Show workshop. The tickets are normally $250, but if you want to attend the workshops because maybe you're in a spot right now where financially you're kind of strapped, just subscribe to the Thrive Time Show podcast and leave us an objective review. And after you leave us an objective review, take a screenshot of the review and email it to info@thrivetimeshow.com, and we'll give you tickets for just $37. Or maybe the Thrive Time Show Business School is the right move for you. Maybe it is. Listen, it's only $19 a month. And when you subscribe to the Thrive Time Show Business School, here's what you get. You get access to a massive amount of videos. We have over 3,000 training videos taught by the world's business leaders. You can watch those videos. That alone has tremendous value. Also, you get to attend one in-person workshop per year. Now, if you think about it, if you go to, Harvard, the average graduate debt sits at around $101,000. If you go to Oral Roberts University, let's say you go to Tulsa University, you're going to spend $35,855 per year. If you go to the Harvard Business School, you're going to spend $66,000 per year. If you go to the Wharton Business School, you're going to spend $64,828 per year. If you subscribe to the Thrive Time Show Business School, it's month to month, and it's as little as $19 a month. Check it out today by going to thrivetimeshow.com. And now, without any further ado, we like to end each and every show and win of the week with a boom, because boom stands for big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum. And now, without any further ado, here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom!
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know.
Oh, sorry. The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building it into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal, and they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us.
This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See, it's nice, right?
So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.